little live. So today, guys, oh my gosh, I was so surprised that one of my viewers, who is also a fellow posher, sent me a surprise mystery package. So I'm going to open it right here live, because what could be more fun, right? So I had seen that she had sent me an email. Remember, I was telling you I was having problems with Poshmark, Posh Sidekick, and I was like, Robin, help. And she emailed me, and she did give me some tips. And I saw this email last night, but I was really, really tired. And so I didn't read all of it. I just saw that she was sending me some tips about Posh Sidekick. And I was like, okay, I'm going to, or was it this morning? I don't know. But like, I've been busy all day. So whenever it was either last night or it was this morning. But I opened the email, but I was like, oh, I can't deal with this right now. I was like super tired, and I had a ton of stuff to do today. Like literally all day I've been out. And so anyway, it was evening, and so then she messages me, and she's like, I just want to see if you got your package. And I was like, package? What package? So then I'm like, oh, the email. Let me go check what she wrote in the email. So I go, and she sent me a package, and she said, your package has arrived, and it's in the lobby. And I was like, what? And my first thought was, wait a minute, oh my God, no, because the crackheads are going to get it immediately. Everything that goes in the lobby gets stolen by crackheads. And if she was going to send me a package, you'd think she'd send it to my post office box, but she has my personal address. And I realized she sent it here. She showed me the picture, and it's next to the mailbox. And I was like, oh my God, I walked through that lobby today and I never looked because I didn't realize, you know? And I was like, oh, I hope it's there. So I'm like emailing her back as I'm going in the elevator. I'm like, oh my God, Robin, you sent me a package. Okay, I'm going to go get it right now. And before I even finish this, I'm downstairs. I go to the space where the package is, and it's huge. It's like she sent me a refrigerator. And I was like, what? What is this? I'm telling you, it was like the package is like up to here on me, right? Not what I expected. I thought she's going to send me something in a little box, but it's this huge thing. And I'm like, what is this? So I was like, oh my God, it's so big. I start giggling. I sound like Wilma Flintstone in the hallway. I've got this huge box, but it's really light, right? So I messaged her back, and I was like, Robin, I got the package. Thank you so much. I'm going to open it live because I want to share this. And there's a couple other things I want to share with you too. One is concerning the chronic fatigue, which today was probably one of the best days I've had in a long time. Thank you for your prayers. I think there's a little divine intervention going on. Let me write it down, because like I get distracted really easily and I don't want to forget. Okay, and okay, there. Now I won't forget. Let me go get this box. Actually, let me show you it. It's over there. I mean, should I? Oh yes. Also, one more thing. Okay. Did I get the box of hugs you sent me? Yeah, in a little jar, so I can open it up and it just hugs me. Hi, Salty. Hi, Kookum. I'm so glad you made it. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Fuddy Duddy. All right, let me go show you this box. I'm warning you, my apartment is a mess for a change. But seriously. And I don't want to get off on tangents because I have a big problem with that. But I did get the Posh Sidekick set up, and today I feel like I can breathe. Like seriously, without it, it's really hell trying to run Poshmark. It's so hard. So today I didn't have to deal with the app at all. And I got a sale too. And you know what sold? It was that dress that somebody lowballed me on just like a few days ago. They offered me 30. Now I got it sold for 50. So good thing I didn't give it to lowballer. But yeah, today I feel like, oh, I can't believe I don't have to be on my app all day. What a change. Hi, Hawk. Hey, thanks again for all the support you gave Gunnar last night. That was really cool, very encouraging to him. And you know what? He must have done a really good job playing that Metallica, because they flagged it for copyright. And I was like, Gunnar, they thought you were the real deal, you know? So look at this box. Look how big it is. I mean, can you believe? Look, it's so big. I was like, what did you send me? A person? Like in the old days when they used to mail their children? You know, in the old days, they used to like put kids in the mail and they could send them like that. And sometimes you'd see the mail carrier with his bag and there's like a toddler in it. So I was like, what in the world is this? I laughed so hard when I saw it. So now I gotta bring it in the other room, but it is very light. So let's shove this thing into the other room. And she actually ordered it on. It's your daughter. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, Robin, what did you send me? Okay, wait, I've got all this stuff here. I have to move. No, I can't even move it. Hold on, I'll have to put this here. You guys, the hot water is turned off again in my building. If my hair looks a little greasy. Stupid landlord. I think he's actually trying to save money by like rationing our hot water. I feel like I'm living in North Korea. Now, like, we only have hot water during the day. How crazy is that? I'm going to complain. No, I'll call the Office de la Langue Française. Tell them my landlord's been speaking English. That'll fix his little red wagon. All right, so let's get this box. Thank you for sending me a refrigerator, Robin, because I really need one. Because mine isn't very good. Can you guys believe the size of this box? Seriously. Gunnar, did you see this box? Did you see what Robin sent me? Did you see how big it is? So weird. I mean, mysterious. Okay, I need some scissors. I have a nail cutter here. All right, let's see what's in this thing. A coat. I don't think so. Wait, let's take a guess. Okay, it doesn't feel, it's not clothes. It's not heavy, but it is some things like rattling around in there. What do you think Robin would send me? A mink coat with the head still on. Very glamorous. I actually have a stole, which is a fox with the legs hanging down. So weird. It's like a dead animal. It's like, you know, on two heads actually. Just hanging there, like the tongue's not really hanging out, but it is a bit weird to have a dead animal hanging around your neck. Okay, I hope it doesn't fall on me. What is it? A cello. A hot water heater. No, I don't have a hot water heater in my apartment. It's downstairs, and they turn it off on purpose. Well, it can't be a piano, Kukum, because it's too light. But that, yeah. What is it? Oh my gosh. No, it can't be a mannequin. That's cool. I have one though. I already have a mannequin. I don't think it's a mannequin. It's way too light. Because I can't lift it easily. And remember, it came from Amazon. Totally was not expecting anything. And I'm being an Aspie, I'm usually not very good with surprises, but if it's coming from Robin, it's got to be good. What is it? Okay, let me show you what I'm seeing here. Okay, so this is what I see in the box. What in the world is that? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, Robin, that's so cool. Thank you so much. I know what it is now. You guys. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Oh my gosh. You went to the trouble of getting this for me on Amazon. Thank you. So it's a box within a box. I like the big one. I think maybe we could like hide in it or something. Make a fort out of it. It's so huge. Or like if I ever have a massive order. Okay, I'm gonna open it. I know what it is now. And it's a very, very thoughtful thing to send me. And no, it's not a steamer. I have one. Yeah. Robin is Town Vintage on YouTube and also on Poshmark. So please go check out her Poshmark closet. And she's got links there for her Instagram. which I don't know off the top of my head, but it is there. Well, I know that she used to be called Maneki Neko here on YouTube, and she changed it to Town Vintage. I'm not sure if that's her Instagram. Better you just go check it out. Town Vintage. Yeah, God bless Robin. That's very thoughtful of her. Okay, I'm almost there. Now, it's obviously child-proof. Can't get in there. But I do know what it is, and it's very cool. Oh my God. Wow. Whoa, this is like the deluxe version. I've never seen one like this. What? Okay, this is taking a bit of muscle power. Gunnar, I could have used your help here. I'm trying to extract this thing. Here we go. Oh, wow. That is so cool. Look what it is. It's a deluxe drying rack. You guys know I was living a nightmare yesterday. Yeah, and this is a really good one. Like, I've had the flimsy ones before that, like, always fall over and, you know, they're held to... Actually, Aaron has one like that. It's just, like, really, like, thin wires. And it doesn't hold things very well, falling over all the time. This is very cool. I've never seen this. Oh, cool. And it goes up? Oh. So, like, wait. I love that it folds up like an accordion. This is really what I need. So now I could put this in the bathtub, and this is perfect for like drying. Look at the cool structure. I've never seen one like this. And it folds up into nothing. Wait, let me move all the stuff here. Thank you so much. Thanks, Robin. That's awesome. Definitely gonna use that. So it comes up like this. I haven't like put it in here properly. I guess you have to push a bit harder there. That's pretty easy. That works. Now this is like just the accessory I need from my Russian laundromat. Very nice. And I imagine you could actually like hang things like this, or you just put them over it and you have like so many different, you know, this is so perfect because the one thing that I always wash at home is underwear. You know, I always, yeah, it's fancy. I always wash our underwear and like my little shirt and the socks. Do you know how hard it is to hang socks and underwear? Yeah, you end up with it like all over your apartment because the shirt, you can just put it on a hanger. But with the socks and the underwear, like so many little things and they just end up all over. This is perfect. This is going to be excellent for all my sock and underwear drying needs. Thank you so much, Robin. I really appreciate it. Very nice of you. Thank you. Super. Gunnar, it's a really awesome drying rack. You want to see it? Well, you'll see it later. Very cool. I'm gonna take it down, and I want to show you guys a couple other things. Super. Look at that. You know, I think I might be able to even like, can you fold it and hang it on the wall? That would be good. It folds it pretty small. I'll find somewhere to put it. But yeah, very small, and it really gets big and it feels very solid. I have to get these boxes out of here because they're so huge. Oh, I guess I could do it later, but oh my gosh, it's a really big box. So, yeah, so, okay, so first of all, I want to tell you, you guys know that I have like really bad problems with chronic fatigue, and it makes everything so hard because I'm like pushing through this fatigue all the time. You know, when I did this, my last video, I read all your comments, and there were a lot of you that said that you felt like I did in my last video when I came on live, and I was just sort of ranting and expressing myself. And after, I thought, maybe I shouldn't have said all that, but I mean, that's the truth. Like, there are times where I really feel like nothing works, and I just feel desperate, and everything just feels so grueling. And thanks for cheering me up. But after, I saw that a lot of you said that you also feel that way about your lives. Like, you've worked really, really hard, and just when you think you're going to see the fruit of your labor, instead, everything just sort of crumbles. And I've felt like that, although, I mean, my life hasn't exactly, crumbled, but it just felt like I didn't really have the fruit from the amount of effort. I worked so hard, and then what do I have to show for it? Well, something, but not that much, like, I'm a real ass buster. I guess at some point I want results, like, what do I really want? I guess I've lived like at I'm not sure if I'm above the poverty level, I guess. Yeah, at this point. But just very close to it. Like, when people say they earn $70,000 or $80,000 a year, that's like average income in Quebec. In Canada, I'm like, oh my God, that's so much money. I've never made anywhere near that, So I guess I just wanted to like improve our quality of life, so we wouldn't have to choose between like getting the car fixed or your teeth, so, or vacation or teeth or the car, but so that you could, anyway, I know it can always be worse, but I guess that's what you do in life. You set goals, and you just try to aim for, improvement and stability, and, better quality of life for yourself and your family. And I guess it's frustrating, when you work really hard. I mean, like, I have a degree, and then, I never ended up working as an art teacher, and there's many things like that. One thing that turned out well was having my son, though. That actually bore fruit, quite literally. Well, the poverty level, I think, for like a single mother with a child is, I think, like $30,000 a year is, I'm not really sure, but that's like the threshold for where you're able to like get grants, and you're considered like a low income or something like that. But I mean, I've been poorer before. Like, when I was younger, I was very poor. Like, when I was pregnant, I had my income per month was $950, and my rent was $925, and I was getting food stamps, and I had $2,000 that I had saved for my maternity leave, and I could only take 9 months. The $950 was with the shortened maternity leave. If I had taken the whole year that I would get if I wanted it, it would have been even less. I would have been getting like $800 a month. So at the time, though, I don't know. I sort of managed. It didn't bother me. But anyway, so here's what I was trying to say, that, getting frustrated and the fatigue is like really incapacitating. So when you're living with something like that, it's just really hard to get anything done. And this morning, I felt like so like crushed with this fatigue that it was like I felt almost like shaky just even standing. Like, I was like, oh my God, it's so bad today. Like, how am I going to get through anything? How am I going to get through this day and do all the things I have to do? Because Gunnar didn't get on the bus, so I have to drive him to school. I have to donate some stuff to the thrift store. I was supposed to go see my mother. I have to run over to Costco. And I have to get gas and then come home. I have to, clean up and do all this other stuff. And I also made a donation to the homeless shelter, and I had to go to the post office. So post office, homeless shelter, drop off Gunnar, donate to the thrift store, see my mom. That didn't work out. Pick up Gunnar, go to Costco and get gas. But I was just like, how am I going to do these things and clean the house when I feel like I can barely even stand up? And then I remembered something. And what I'm going to say now, it's not medical advice, but it's my experience. And I want to share it with you. Because when you have chronic fatigue, like yesterday, I went out with my friend Isabel, and then she wanted to walk around the block, like I told you. And I said, Isabel, I can't. And I feel like even just what we did do yesterday was why I was so messed up this morning. So I already knew, like, I couldn't even walk around the block. She couldn't understand that. And then she kind of started giving me the rap, like, well, you know what I did was, like, I cut out this and that from my diet. Honestly, I'll be really honest with you guys. At this point, when I hear people telling me how I should eat and telling me that I have this problem because of my diet, I just contain my rage and my frustration with them, because it's like, you don't know what I'm dealing with. And I don't know what you read on the internet or what you heard or what works for you, but I'm not stupid. So if you heard about going gluten-free, don't you think I've heard about it? What makes you think that I eat all the sugar? Maybe I don't eat any sugar, you know? And so that's why when people have conditions now, I don't give them any advice. I don't give them any opinion, because it's really rude. Because now, as someone who has a problem, I know that if somebody goes like, well, you want to come out with us or whatever, and I'll be like, I can't. Why not? Well, I don't have the energy for it. What do you mean you don't have the energy for it? Oh, come on, we're just going to go out for this and that. And then I feel like I have to explain myself, and I'm like, no, really, I have like a chronic fatigue syndrome, and if I do that, I won't be able to function the next day. And they'll like, chronic fatigue, well, you need to eat more of this, or you need to stop eating that, or you need to take this vitamin. I'm not like faulting you guys, because it's fine, like in the comments, but like in real life, when people start like telling me, and I'm just like, yes, okay, thanks for the tips. And it's like, what do you think? I have no access to this information? Don't you think I would know? Don't you know I used to have a radio show, and I used to interview experts all the time on things like natural health. You know, I was vegan, I was raw vegan, I used to do the juicing all the time. I know so much about vitamins and medicine and all kinds of stuff like that. So don't you think that I would know? Oh no, good thing you showed up, you know, to tell me to take whatever it is, right? Because I've tried so many things and nothing has really, really worked. Some things have helped with some things. But what I wanted was something that would just, like, because it's like I wake up with a quarter of a battery and it just drains. I wanted something that would make me feel like I used to, where I actually had energy to get stuff done. And B12 and B vitamins didn't do it. And, you know, during COVID, I was taking zinc because of, listen to my health professional, Wanda. He's a man and he thinks I'm neurotic. When you're a woman and you go to the doctor and you complain of chronic crushing fatigue, oh, well, you have a lot on your plate. You're a caregiver. You have an autistic child. And I'm like, yeah, but most people get up and they have kids too, and they work 8 hours a day and they commute, and they're not like, oh, I'm in so much pain and I can't get out of bed. Otherwise, nobody would go to work, you know? And especially if you're a woman and you have a male doctor, my experience is they tend to think it's here. Like when I had my breast implants in and I had problems because of the implants, like I couldn't breathe right and I had palpitations and I was fainting. I got sent to psych more than once, you know? So doctors are great if you have something that they can diagnose and treat. But with these weird conditions like fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, this kind of stuff. Oh, I'm not giving you shit, Wanda. I'm just like, if I'm ranting about anything, it's about my doctor. Because you know what? When I go and talk to him, he'll tell me you're fat. First of all, he tells, no, and I don't have prediabetes. I even went to the pharmacy, had my blood sugar tested, had my blood pressure tested, nothing. You know, I'm actually very healthy. All my blood tests are totally normal. But he always tells me I'm fat. And it's like, he goes, you should exercise more. And I'm like, well, if I didn't have this crushing fatigue that makes it hard for me to even stand up just to do my tasks, maybe I would have some energy left to go to the gym. But and this is the problem when you have this exercise intolerance and chronic fatigue. Now I understand how people, it's like a cascading effect. Something goes wrong. You develop this fatigue and exercise intolerance, and then you don't go to the gym. Because if you do, you're using up that little bit of battery that you have at the gym, and you're going to spend the rest of the day in bed and maybe the next day, you know? No, it's not the 5G, Matt. This was started way before. I don't know. I think it was like maybe I had some kind of infection. I don't know. But anyway, so generally it's frustrating. And I haven't been able to get much help from a doctor. And during COVID, okay, I took zinc. Hi, Tracy. Hi, all you guys. Um, I'm trying not to go on tangents, so I'm not answering all your comments. Okay, during COVID, I took zinc because of, warding off viruses. And I noticed that like my energy was quite good actually. And if you see the videos I made while I actually had COVID, I was keeping pretty busy. I felt pretty good. I did a lot of yoga. I was baking. I was doing things. I had a lot of pain in my hips and my legs, and I thought it was from the COVID, but now I realize it's from my spinal injury that I had. It's probably because of that. Well, sometime later, there was a virus going around and we'd been exposed, so I thought, well, I'll take some zinc. And a weird thing was, now remember, I wake up and within 3 hours, I'm like crushed. And sometimes even starting from like an hour after I get up. And it's like I feel the energy just drain. I took the zinc and all of a sudden I felt normal. I felt like I could get up and do my tasks and I didn't have to push myself. Like imagine when you have a flu and how bad you feel. Not that I feel like I have a flu, but imagine like when you're sick and you have a flu and you're unwell. Imagine if now you have to do all the dishes, clean the kitchen, take care of the pets, cook all the food, do all the errands. How hard is it going to be, right? So it's just kind of like that, but like every day. And I took the zinc because I'd been exposed and maybe I had the sniffles and I just wanted to, give myself a boost. And I felt normal for like 3 hours. And I was like, could it be the zinc? So I did it again and it seemed to work. So this morning, it was so bad. And I remembered the zinc and I took the zinc and within like an hour, it was like the fatigue lifted off me like a cobweb. Like I had been shrouded in it and it just came off. And I was like, is that a placebo effect? That is very powerful because this morning I felt like I could barely even stand. But I think that there's something to it. I started looking into it. Google chronic fatigue syndrome zinc, chronic fatigue zinc, and I discovered that there have actually been studies on chronic fatigue and zinc they said elderly people. Now, I was 40 when this started, so not exactly elderly, but they studied it and they did these like randomized studies where some of them would get zinc and some didn't. And they found that the zinc improved their chronic fatigue, like really improved their energy levels. And they kind of speculated that maybe as you get older, you become more and more zinc deficient. But go look it up. If you look at zinc deficiency and chronic fatigue, and I'm not saying that that's the only reason, but I'm just really grateful that today it seems like it really worked. And it was just like game changing. It was really dramatic for me. There's nothing better than actually just not feeling like shit all the time. I mean, you kind of get used to it. But then when it's removed, you're like, oh my God, I'm a normal person. And when you're not well and you're always like in pain and tired and nobody can help you and everyone thinks it's up here and they're like, try to manage your stress, blah, blah, blah. But there's something physical to it. When you're not well, it will make you feel depressed and anxious because you can't function because you're so messed up, when you're in pain and it's not even tired. It's like you feel like crushed, of course you're going to feel anxious and stressed and depressed because imagine having to clean and do all these things when you're not well, right? Wouldn't you feel stressed if you had to do a bunch of stuff that you don't have the energy for? And then you go to the doctor and they're like, well, you're anxious and stressed and depressed. And it's like, yeah, because I have this fatigue and it makes it hard to do anything. But wow, today that zinc seemed to because how is it possible? And it was just today, I just took it. I mean, either I have a very, very active imagination and I've imagined this entire thing in a fit of hysteria and I never had chronic fatigue and I have some kind of disorder where I want to have chronic fatigue. Bullshit. or there's something there, and the zinc seems to really help. So I'm going to keep taking it. And there's one other thing. I'm going to go get it. I've told you about this before. I was going to tell you and I forgot. Okay, again, it's not medical advice, but in case you want to know what kind I took, it was this. It was zinc picolinate. I'm going to keep taking it. I'm going to let you know how it goes. Now, it could be that it's just random that I feel better today and I feel normal, and it's not going to stay like, or it really works, you know. But I'll let you know down the road. I'm going to keep taking it and we'll see how that goes. But like, take it every day. And there's so many vitamins that I try to take religiously, like the B and the D. I do take D, but I tend to take it like in one shot and then leave it alone. I've tried so many things, but the thing was, like, if I'm taking something but I don't really feel like it's giving me like really results, I won't really be motivated to take it. This is the other one though that I've been taking. You guys remember this? The C60? They sent me a bottle. It was a while ago. And I started taking it like recently, and I'm making a point of like taking it every day. And this, I told you guys before, I get better sleep. Like, I used to have nightmares all the time. When I don't have nightmares, I'm kind of concerned. And since I'm taking this, I am getting better sleep. I mean, I still have restless leg syndrome and all that, but it all depends on many things, like environmental things waking me up. That's going to screw up my sleep and all this kind of stuff. But what I noticed, I started having dreams. Like, I had this really intense nightmare the other day that I was at this house, like on a beachfront, and I was like on the porch, and there was this little toddler running around. And no, they didn't pay me. They didn't pay me. They sent me a bottle, but they didn't pay me. And the beach is right behind the house. And this was right after I'd gone up there and seen my mother, and her whole face was twitching. And I told you I felt like I was like in a horror movie or a nightmare or something, right? Well, I had this dream. So the water was coming in, like the tide was coming in, but instead of just coming in like a normal tide, it came in like almost like a tsunami. Like, the water was super deep. Like, like the porch was here and the water was like right up to the edge of the porch. And everyone, when the water was coming in, everyone went into the water when the tide came in, including the toddler. And they were all like being tossed around in this water. And I was just like, oh my God, they're all going to drown, you know? It was very intense and it was really scary. But for me, it's a good sign that my brain is working, because when it's not working well, then I don't have nightmares. So the brain fog is better, even though I still have been having problems with fatigue. The brain fog is better. It was really bad before. I don't feel so, not like before when I had my implants, that's for sure. So that's been better. So I'm going to keep going with those two things. And I have to really be consistent with this. How many hours do I sleep on average? Well, here's the problem. It's very hard to get Gunnar to go to bed. Often he's not asleep until 2, and I have to get up at 7:30. No, he's asleep at like midnight or 1. I have to get up at 7:30 to bring him to school, or get him on the bus, actually get him on the bus. So even though he goes to sleep at midnight, it takes me 2 hours to finish my household tasks and wind down and get myself to sleep. So I sleep from 2 to 7:30. So that's 5.5 hours. Then I get up and I try to get him out of bed. And a lot of the time, he doesn't want to get out of bed, and I got up for nothing. I could have let him sleep till 10 and then woken him up and then driven him, but I always try, and I get up at 7:30. And so that's like 5.5 hours of sleep. And this morning, the fire alarm went off. So that woke him up, but he still didn't get out of bed. Water means you're going through something emotional in dream interpretation. Yeah, well, I think so. I mean, I told you about it in my last live. So, Okay, so here's another thing I've been meaning to tell you about. And you know what? Robin sending me this reminded me, because at the time, okay, somebody sent me this and I wanted to show it to you. And I don't know, I just kept forgetting. You know, I think I need more sleep, but I think I need a vacation, like a proper, like 1 week of vacation. I've been working too hard. I think it's the Poshmark. Anyway, I feel better now because now I have the virtual assistant, so I don't have to be on the app all day. Yeah, his bedtime's not my responsibility. Yeah, well, the thing is though, if I don't like proactively get him to go to bed, he'll probably stay up all night and he'll often like make noise playing video games or just talking or whatever, and I won't be able to sleep. He'll wake me up. So I have to make sure he's in bed and then he goes to lights are out and he's asleep. It shouldn't be that way, but you know, it is. What do you want me to do? So look, there's a viewer of mine whose name on YouTube is Java Lily, and on Poshmark she's the Fawn Lily with underscores between Fawn and Lily. And she sent me this. I ordered a cup from her, which was as a gift for someone, and she sent me this amazing belt. When I got it, I was like, what is that? And I thought it was like a necklace. Ugh, I forgot to turn off my notifications. I thought, it's like, is this a necklace? And it reminded me of Credo Mutwa. You guys remember with David Icke? Remember that African guy? And he had that special necklace, and in the end, somebody mugged him and took his necklace. But yeah, this is such an unusual thing. So at first I was like, is it a necklace? It's so huge. I would wear it if I wanted to, though. I would do it. I would rock it. But then I realized, like, wait a minute, no. It's got this, and I realized it's a belt. Yeah, and I just want to show you how cool it is. Although, like, I'm a little fat. Like my doctor always says. That's the root of all my problems, is I'm just fat. So let me see if I can still get this belt on. I can. Well, maybe without the sweater. Yeah, without the sweater, it's better. Wait, do I have another layer under here? Thrift store jeans. Well, anyway, it's supposed to be on your hips. And you know what? I think that a few months ago it was on my hips. But maybe with the dress I put it on and it was on my hips. No, it's just barely on them. But I had worn it like this with this thing in the front. Look how cool that is. That's so badass boho. Come on. Isn't that cool? Isn't that the most awesome badass boho belt? Can you really see it well? What do you think? Pretty cool, eh? Yeah, it's my badass belt. Yeah, my Karma shirt. You know why I have this shirt? It's all cashmere. It's pure cashmere, and it's from Zadig et Voltaire, which is in Westmount. And it's an extremely expensive designer sweater, and it is the most comfortable. And I love this color. So I'm not a Hindu or anything, but whatever, you know. I really do love the sweater. I got it at the thrift store, but I wouldn't sell it because it's so perfect. Like, it fits me so perfectly. See, it's not too tight. It's not baggy. It's so nice and cozy. So I'm trying not to wear it out and like destroy it. But look at the beads on here. So many colors. I just need to, like, I don't know, shrink my hips by like 1 or 2 inches and then it'll be perfect. But this thing down here is cool too. It's just a really cool object. So apparently this is a designer who makes these belts. Anyway, thank you to Danielle. If you're watching this, she already knows. I already told her thank you. It is so me, right? She said she saw this and she was like, that's so Sonia. It's true. I wonder if I could like extend it just a little bit. to accommodate my fat ass, then it would be perfect. I just like, you know, when your bra's too tight and you put a little thing, maybe there's something like that that I could somehow, like, you know. But yeah, it's a great belt. So there was one other thing. Sorry, like my nose is itching. I think it's like rabbit hairs in here or something. I'm not fat, I'm domestic. No. Maybe it'll get better. Like now, if I take zinc. Remember last year I was going to the gym and I was doing that with all my chronic fatigue and I was still going to the gym. But I can't really keep that up and do everything else. But maybe now with this and this, maybe the two together, maybe my energy will be okay. And I promise I'll let you know how that goes. Well, karma. Okay, let's not get off on tangents here, but you know when Jesus said, they say that if you murder somebody, you know, you're guilty and it's a sin or whatever. But actually, if you just think something bad of him, or like if you call him you fool or what, or no, it's like if you commit adultery, then you sin. But if you look at a woman with lust, it's like you committed adultery. And I think he was speaking like metaphysically, like on an energetic level. That's my interpretation, that it's not only if you actually commit the action, but it's like whatever you're holding in your heart. If you're sending that out, it's, I think on an energetic or like a metaphysical level, it's going to have the same effect on you and like the ripple effect around you. You're sending out a lot of bad energy. You know what I mean, man? So, I mean, I don't know if karma is like something from a previous life. But anyway, I think a lot of that stuff that Jesus talked about was pretty metaphysical, you know, if you think about it. So you get really shit luck. I think that's possible. If the camera's supposed to add 10 pounds, you're freaking thin. Well, I'm not thin. I'm size 12, which I think is okay. That's not bad. I actually think that, like, it doesn't really matter, like, what size you are. Like, you could be a 10 or a good. It just more depends on, like, how you're built, you know? Like, if a girl's really plus size, but she's just well proportioned, I think you look good at just about any size, you know. That's my personal opinion. But like, especially when you have like an hourglass figure, you can have quite a bit of pounds on you. Like what was her name? Anna Nicole Smith, you know, she was pretty chunky but very curvy. Yeah, intention, right? Yeah. Yeah, it has a lot to do with your intention and like what you put out and whether you're a peaceful person. Like generally I feel like very, you know, peaceful towards other people and feel loving towards people, and I want to do good things for people. And I don't have problems, like I never like get into like arguments and fights with people, almost never, very rarely. Like sometimes I accidentally piss someone off, but I knew this. I've known people before that like everywhere they go, they get attacked, they get into fights. And this guy Stevie once, and he was talking about that, about getting into fights and getting attacked, and how he has to carry a knife to protect himself. And I was like, what would you need to carry a knife for? How come this keeps happening to you? And over the years, I've noticed that people who have a lot of like negative energy around them, I think they attract that. Like that energy just like radiates, and it creates chaos around them, and they will get into fights and arguments. They will have conflicts. So here was one more thing. I went to the thrift store today, and I did not do any kind of haul. I bought one thing, which was this. Just one top for my boutique. It's a Free People tunic top. We'll see how that goes. I thought it was pretty cute. And I did have a coupon, so I didn't pay that much for it. But it's leopard print. So that's cute. And I found this. Wait, is my phone plugged in? You know what? It's going to die. That would be terrible. Hold on. Okay, good. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I love vintage glasses, and I had two like this They have like a nautical design. I'm not really into nautical, but I am into vintage. Wait, maybe I put it here, you can see it. I'm not really into nautical, right? But it is like mid-century. Look, isn't this weird? It's a compass. Look, it's a Freemason compass on there. Kind of weird, eh? Why? Maybe for making maps, because it's nautical. Well, I had two, and then at some point I found the low ball glasses, so I bought a bunch of those. And then I found three more of these, and I bought them. It looked, they wanted $5 each, which I think it's a lot. Like, that's a lot for some glass, but they did give me 20% off since I brought some things in. So now I have 5 tall ones. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know if I could sell them. Like, how much could I possibly get for them if I paid, well, I think I paid $3 each. But I mean, I could sell them for 5, you know, so I make $2. Was it really worth it? More like, at least I have some nice glasses, you know, and I have like a set, which is cool. Because right now I have like 3 of one, 2 of another, and I had 2 of these. Now I have 5 of these. So, you know, we're getting there. And that was all that I bought at the thrift store. I think I spent like $22. No, I spent $18 on the 3 glasses and the shirt. So that's cool. I had a sale today. Yes, it's a lot. It really is a lot per glass. Like, people who resell, they don't pay $5 per glass because you can't make any money like that, you know? It's impossible. You're just doing it for shits and giggles, and you have to find things really cheap. I still haven't found the church sales. I only found one time. And I think I got there really late, and I just basically got like whatever was left. But I mean, I hope that happens again. But right now I don't need more stuff anyway. I have lots of inventory. But today, oh, I have to go back to my car because there's something in it. Because as I was driving Gunner to school, and on my way to like donate all this stuff, there was all this like furniture and things in the garbage in the garage where I parked my car. And there's the janitor coming down. So we asked him, is this garbage? And I was just looking at your comment. And he's like, yeah. He didn't speak English, actually. And I just want to point out that I get a lot of satisfaction when I can like switch to Spanish because people totally don't expect it. So he, you know, he said like he doesn't speak French or English. And so I just started speaking to him in Spanish. And he was like, oh, well, okay. So I asked him, like, did somebody die? And he said, no, they just moved out. And well, they just left all their stuff behind. And he said, you can take whatever you want. And so we took some things because there was some pretty cool stuff in there. One of the things was this chair. Now, this is a problem. You guys, I really need a house. Like, I need to get on OnlyFans because I cannot live like this. I need to have a house to put all this stuff. I found this amazing vintage rocking chair that has like carvings here. How was I going to leave this behind? One of these days, I will have a house and I'll be able to have these things. But anyway, Gunner wanted it. But I'm sure that we won't be able to keep it. We'll probably like enjoy it for a couple weeks and I'll have to sell it for $50 on Marketplace. But I mean, it's, you know, yeah, Gunner, you should come and sit in your chair. It's probably very soothing. He should try it. So this, but also I found something else that was cool. I was like, what the heck is this? Look, it's like a totem pole. If anyone can tell me what country is this from, has it been painted? It has been painted. And I was thinking it should be stripped and stained like dark or whatever, or paint just the design in there, you know. And I could do that. I mean, I'm an artist, right? I've got the degree to prove it, but I don't really have the time. This is from Jamaica. Wait, somebody said Africa. Hold on a second. Let me fix this so I can see your chat. Okay, if we can figure this out. Jamaican. Well, Okay, let me tell you what I was thinking. Okay, definitely not North American and not European. Okay, we can rule that out. It's not Chinese. I thought African, no, Haiti possibly. Oh, stop. It's not haunted. Oh, stop it. It's not a totem pole. Look what it is. I think, honestly, I think it's from Pier 1 Imports. I think it's vintage Pier 1 Imports. And it is a candle holder. It's like a standing thing like this. For someone who has lots of space in their house, they put a big candle here on top. And that's it. It holds your candle. It's got a little thing for it here, you see? That's what it is. And I guess you could put something else on it, but that's really what it's for. Maybe like a covered candle, but it's in great shape. Covered candle for like an outdoor party. Beautifully carved. I've seen this very similar carving to this in Chinese things, but it's definitely not Chinese. But there's no markings on the bottom. They don't carve candle holders. Okay. No, I don't think it's Egyptian. Yeah, fire starter. Totally. I'm convinced that this is 1990s Pier 1 Imports or some kind of import store like that. It's not like it's vintage, but vintage, vintage 90s, I think. It's not mid-century. I don't think so. I can't exactly put my finger on why I don't think it's mid-century, but there's just something about it. Maybe maybe what's in here, I'm not really sure. And the hardware and whatever. It's not antique either. I can tell, like, just by the way the base is made. So the base has like this metal thing here. Or is this metal? Or it's like wood. What? Is that a wooden nail? Anyway, I can just tell it's not really old authentic. I don't think that it's authentic ethnic as in like something that's truly tribal. I don't even think it's souvenir store stuff. I think it's imports. That's it. Because this kind of wood and the way it's lacquered and stuff like that. But it's a really nice design. So you've got these people here, like men with loincloths, and they're carrying baskets on their heads. Usually it's women that carry baskets. They don't have boobs. So they have bodies like men. But what's interesting is the hair. Look at the hair. It's not Afro hair. It's like straight hair. And it's short. And the face, well, the lips are pretty big and the eyes are like kind of wide set. The nose is kind of flat. The shape of the eyes made me wonder whether it was like sort of almond eyes. That I even thought also maybe it was South American, like Peruvian or something. But with a loincloth? With like grass loincloth? Aztec, Maya. Well, that's it. It's sort of the way that he's positioned, seated like this. See how his legs are? That looks very much like, yeah, what you see in not South American, but like Mayan, Aztec, Central American. You think? No, it's definitely not Iroquois. It's not North American native. No. I don't think anything. I don't know about Olmec. Olivera Street, Los Angeles? Are you serious? It's possible. I don't know. Because it doesn't look authentic of any type of sort of indigenous art. What else did I get? Oh, I'll show you. Well, the fact that it's a man with a basket I find is weird. The way he's sitting tells me South American. The kind of wood that it is, which is probably mahogany based on this, that would be more likely Haitian, but they have straight hair. So I'm very confused. You know, I just think it's just, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. I guess it could be afro hair that's just very short, but I don't think so. It almost looked a bit like tiki stuff. It could be South American, but it's not. It doesn't look authentic for South American because it's lacking like some of the sort of motifs that they use. It is Maori. I even thought of that also. I thought of that too. Yeah, Polynesian, Hawaiian. Yeah. You think? I did think that seems like definitely a possibility. That would explain the loincloths and that gives it that sort of tiki look. I'm not sure about the mahogany. Yeah, it could be. I was thinking it could be Indonesian even because I think they also use mahogany. But not with these loincloths. That does look really Hawaiian. Modern tiki. Well, it's modern. Like, it's in the last maybe 30 years, I think. But I still think it could be pure one. You don't really see much of this these days. And the other reason why I think that it's older was that the person who left had a lot of really old stuff. Like the furniture was really old and dated. It was like 1940s, you know, very old fashioned, like not mid-century modern, not even like 80s. It was like old and a lot of it was carved and stuff. Polynesian, well, it could be. I wouldn't want to bill it as something that it isn't. It's kind of hard to tell, right? Did Pier 1 carry that kind of stuff? You know, it could also be there used to be a store in what's that mall called? The one I never go to. The one near like University in McGill. There's uh what's that place called? I can't remember what it's called now. I never go there. It's like the one mall that I don't visit. Yeah, the screw on the bottom is newer. Yeah, no, but it could be 90s. No, it's definitely not Tibetan. No, I think we're like in that area of like Hawaii and Polynesia, something like that. It's possible. Yeah, authentic, not Hobby Lobby. Well, I was trying to look it up, like carved, you know, I put different keywords, tall candle Tiberian. I don't even know what that is. Bombay. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah. What's the name of that mall? Yeah, Aaron got a lot of stuff there. What is that? I can't remember. I'm thinking Les Galeries or I don't know. Anyway, tell me what the name of that mall is down there. Something center or gallery something. Yeah, Fijian. I should say it's authentic Fijian artifact. Bombay coat. Yeah, Aaron got his furniture there. Yeah, yeah, it could be. I think so. It's totally got the look of Bombay Co. And I was thinking that, but no, what's that mall? Oh my God, Aaron would know. Tribal traditional wood carving candlestick. Okay, thank you, Robin. Thanks for sorting it out for me because I was like, what am I going to call this thing? Am I listing it on my Posh? Well, I don't know how I would mail this thing. It's very heavy. This has to be expensive. I'm not selling this for $15. The shipping alone, like it's gonna cost me money just to ship it. No, I have the app. That's Google Lens. I have that. Even Google Lens couldn't figure it out, even if I put keywords. But thanks, Mike. Well, I'm one step ahead of you. I mean, I'm right there with you, you know? Okay, wait, let me write that down before I forget. What Robin said. Robin's very good at this. Tribal, traditional, wood carving. Oh, I'll put tall candle holder. It's heavy. Um, maybe not 20 pounds, but maybe 10? No, maybe 15. Okay, thanks for helping me, guys. I can't really keep it, you know, you guys, I don't have the space and I don't do candles. Oh yeah, you're in the States? Oh, Riley, if you really want to buy it, I don't know, message me on Google. I can ship it to you. I've done it before. I've shipped things to people. They just pay me through PayPal. And we just find out the shipping. And they just pay me through PayPal and I ship it to the US. Could be done. thetruthergirls@gmail.com. That's not a secret anymore. You can email me if you want it. Or you can come up here with your cat and pick it up. That's the other option. Yeah. Okay, so I found the chair and this thing. And here's something else. And this is so crazy. And this wasn't new, though. I found this a while ago. I don't know if I showed it to you already. Hi, baby. Hi, baby doll. I hope you go to bed tonight, Gunner. Okay, this is unbelievable. I am the garbage picker extraordinaire. I have no shame. I'm going to take this off so that you can see it because this is a crappy shade. Whoops. No. Don't want to lose it. I saw this and I was like, what? And this was standing outside in an alley. Old lamps scare you? Look at this. You know what this is? This is a true mid-century modern solid teak floor lamp with the classic mid-century design. Yeah. This is like total classic. And it's even got that little thing up there. Like it looks like it's from the Jetsons. I don't know the name of the designer, but look at this up here. Brass. And this is teak, I'm sure. There's one thing, okay? Yeah, it's an oh my god. I've seen these selling on eBay for $900. No, it doesn't work. Yeah, it's probably Danish. Yeah. There's no chips. It's nice and smooth. There's no scuffs. There's no chips. But it was made from like two halves. I guess, you know, to put the thing in, there were two halves. And it has separated into two pieces. It's like, it's cracked. But yeah, and see here it's still fused, so you know that it didn't break. It was, I mean, that makes sense. Like, how do you make, yeah, it's like Antiques Roadshow here. How do you get this whole gizmo inside it? Well, yeah, see, there's a nice neat line here, and these were two pieces. Oh, well, no, there is a, is that a crack here? You know what? It wouldn't really matter if there's like an imperfection. This thing like this is just gold. You can feel that, like, does it unscrew? Well, I don't know. But I think that to really like fix it, you'd have to take off this base, which probably would come apart. And there is a guy who is called L'Allumeur, I think is the name of his store. And he could fix it for me. And I think it would even be worth it. And you know what would be really amazing? To have one of those shades. I have one in the other room that I inherited. Wait, do I have one here? No. I have another mid-century lamp there, but it doesn't have that shade. Yeah, this isn't working, and he could rewire it for me and fix it. What's this? Oh my god, I just realized something. This is the switch. Maybe it does work. Let me go get a light bulb. Because I plugged it in and it didn't work, but I didn't realize. Let me check. But you know what? I still have hope that one day I won't be living in a little mouse hole and I'll be able to have nice things. And I kind of don't want to get rid of it because it is so cool and I love it. And one day I won't have all these rabbits chewing everything. Yeah, it's the Switch. Let me get a light bulb and try it again. Let's just see if it works. Because last time it didn't work, but maybe I didn't do it right. You know what's funny is sometimes people throw out light bulbs because this metal part breaks off and they don't know how to get it out. And then along comes me, the garbage picker, and I take it out of the garbage and fix it. All right, let me see if I can plug it in somewhere. It'd be interesting if it did work. But if not, you liked it too much, Robin. You couldn't sell your lamp either. My place is like a fairy cottage. Well, right now it just looks very cluttered. That's going, like that bag there, that's just donations. Oh, you can't see it, but there's a bag up there. That's going to be out of here momentarily. And I've been doing like Robin said, putting everything in boxes, in bags, already pre-labeled. So I didn't know where to put the boxes, but I'm going to get rid of that. So that's all like summer stuff. It's gotten better. It was better up until I brought this chair in here. Now we're back to square one. Yeah, imagine if it works. That would be very cool. All right, I think I have a plug here somewhere. Oh my God. No way. Oh my God, it works. Oh my gosh, you guys, look. So it was really just a matter of the switch. Okay, so it's like it turns on one and then it turns on that one. And this one is probably not working. It's like hanging down. Maybe it does. Wow, it's so bright. You know, this is a good light. I have this light right now. You see this? I've been using this. It's one of these IKEA things. I found this in the garbage too. But now I'm thinking, why don't I get rid of this and I'll just put that over there? Because these are just whatever, a dime a dozen. I could probably sell it for $10 in like a day. Is there something wrong with it? No, it's okay. No, it's leaning. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. It's no great loss. I find these all the time. IKEA makes kind of flimsy stuff, and then it's good for Sonia. I find it in the garbage, you know. That light was not bad, but this is like, that's pretty powerful. Let me see if the other side works. Amazing. No, I can't sell it. Robin, I have a question for you. You know when you have your Posh Sidekick set up and it's sharing, man, it was sharing all my worst stuff in my closet. I was like, no, don't share that. That's garbage. I'm going to give it to the thrift store. And I was looking at my closet, and my closet hasn't looked that bad in months. It was sharing like all my worst junk that I put up when I first got there. And so then I think at some point I shared something else, or I don't remember, did I renew a listing or I shared a thing, and I thought, oh, what if it's like it's sharing and then you share and then it makes Poshmark think you're using a bot and then you get screwed. So do you have to like turn off the sharing? I don't want to get electrocuted. I'm going to unplug it just in case. That's not the way I want to go viral, you know what I'm saying? Erin is very good at fixing things like this. Like, see how the bulb is like hanging down like that? Erin can fix that. Erin is very like mechanically inclined. I'm more like artistic, craftsy inclined. He's very mechanical and computer inclined. A fiberglass shade. Yeah, I'd like to show you the shade I have on the other one. It's covered with like sort of rattan type stuff. Or maybe it's even Cecil. And that's a very authentic shade. But they're very expensive now. Well, no, you can't just push it back in. Well, maybe you can actually. It seemed like it just, actually. It's a bit flimsy, but it is coming. All right, let's see. Why did they throw it out? Wait. Okay, now let's see what happens. I hope it doesn't blow up in my face. Oh no, I will have an electrician fix it. Don't worry. Oh no, like, I mean, Erin can rewire a bulb. Like, he can do that kind of stuff, but not the inside. Oh, look. Oh my gosh, look. They both work. Ah, it's dusty. Wow, that's very bright. Huh. Okay, so it's just 2 clicks for on. Fabulous. I have a $900 lamp. I should take it to L'Allumeur and have him like fix the base for me. How hard can it be? Aaron said he could do it, and I think he can. Aaron used to be a cabinet maker, like he had training as a cabinet maker. But you know, I didn't want to insult him. But the truth is, I'd like to have a professional do it because it's such a valuable lamp, and it would just suck so much if it didn't glue right. Aaron was like, "Oh, no problem. Put some clamps on it." And I'm sure he could glue it, but maybe he'll like make marks on it too. So anyway, that's an amazing lamp. I wonder what it looks like. No, it's not dimming though. Oh, for dimming bulb. Oh, so you have to get a special bulb. Teak oil. Teak needs oil. I did not realize. But, well, no, I know that actually. I do oil my teak bowls, but I didn't think of it with the lamp. Very cool. Let's see what happens with the shade. Let's see how bright. This is a horrible shade though. It's so like generic. Not bad. You know, I have a really crappy IKEA lamp over there. I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm going to put this one over here and put that one over there. It's really good without the shade. Then it's really bright. Anyway, that's awesome. No, it's not the right shade. It's really crappy. Can't find teak oil. I think I used the furniture polish, furniture wax. Oh, it's like putting the veil on the bride. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, GTO. It is a nice find. Shellac. No, I wouldn't shellac it. No. This wood, you have to leave the wood bare. You don't want it. I don't want it shellacked. The effect is unbelievable. No. I don't want to do anything to mess with it. Like, it's something like this has to be as close to the original state as possible. From my understanding, if you have an antique, okay, cool. You emailed me, Riley. All right, great. Yeah, if you find, you know, actually, even if you have an antique table and it has a patina on it from like years of grime, you don't even clean it. You decrease the value by even just cleaning it. So you can, I could wipe this down. It doesn't have patina on it, but yeah, you don't want to mess with antiques. Although that chair, having already been painted, if it was stripped and the back, I had a chair like that when I was young, and I had painted the back all colors, because it had like a floral motif. So I had given it color and it looked really good. So I could certainly color that, but I don't have time. But maybe now that I don't have to posh manually all the time, maybe I will have time. Yeah, I'm going to keep, I can't sell this, but imagine, like, to me, it's like, what, $900? Yeah, that's great. I'll spend it, and then I won't have the lamp anymore. I think I'd rather just keep the lamp. So there, now I have a mid-century lamp. I think that was it. That was pretty much all I wanted to cover tonight. Yeah. I don't really have the time to refinish the chair. And in fact, that chair has to go. Cracked due to dryness. Well, I'll take it to the guy and I'll tell him, please glue my lamp for me. And I have a lamp there, which I need to hire somebody to put it up for me. I want it in the entrance, and right next to it is it's this huge like punch bowl set. It's a glass, and then there's like 11 punch bowls or something. It's got to go. I'm never going to use it. I remember when I was a kid and I saw it in my mother's, oh my god, the cabinet. My brother is selling it now. I inherited it. It's a break front. It's a solid oak break front. I was supposed to inherit it, but I don't have anywhere to put it. And it was in his mother-in-law's house, and I guess she's moving now. And they asked me to sell it. It's really too bad. Yeah, like sometimes I life doesn't go the way you hope or plan or expect. I never thought that I was going to be stuck living in a tiny apartment. And I thought that I would inherit that furniture, and I imagined that I'd have it in my dining room. He's got the table. So there were two sets. There was one that was like, was it mahogany or some kind of red wood? And the other one was oak. And it was very like rustic, medieval looking, a very thick, solid table. I was supposed to get that. That's the one I wanted. And he was supposed to get the nice cherry or mahogany or whatever it was. And he's got the mahogany break front with the like lead, like the like lead in the panes of the doors. It's glass with like the lead crisscross or whatever. And it's very big and very beautiful. But he's got the medieval table, and I think he sent the other table like to the in-laws along with the medieval break front. Now they're gonna get rid of all that stuff. So that's how it goes, I guess. But at least I have this lamp now. And I'm sure that one day when if I ever move and I need a buffet, I'll find one somewhere. But it's kind of sad when your inheritance, you can't even keep it. All those, it came with like 4 really gorgeous mid-century chairs, and they were high back with striped covers and very solid teak. And I gave it to the Nigerian refugees. Oh, you got your granny's table, chairs, and buffet. That's nice. Well, at least you got it. That's cool. I did get a bunch of furniture from my mother. I mean, I got this cupboard, and I got, yeah, like everything in here. Yeah, I got the cupboard and that one and the dresser, which is mid-century. And I like to have like a mix of mid-century and sort of like Edwardian or turn of the 18th to 19th century, right around there. Well, I should probably go, but that's it. I wanted to share all that with you. I hope you're doing well. Well, I'll look into the shellac coating, but I don't know. You sold the teak dining suit and hutch? Oh, it was too big. Oh, thanks, Robin. I just don't want to get like in trouble for sharing too much or something, or sharing at the same time as it. If I really want to share a listing, I guess I'll have to switch it off and then share. Yeah, eclectic. That's really my favorite mix. It's like 50s meets like like early 1900s, like turn of the century. I like Art Nouveau too. I don't think I'll be doing the shellac. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna go. I mean, I've been here for an hour and 20 minutes, but I really wanted to, you know, you don't have to I don't have to shut what off? Oh, the sidekick. Oh, really? Oh, hi, love, love. You can share up to 10,000 times a day. Yeah, but what if you share at the exact same time as the app is sharing? And then it thinks that, like, it's going to know, like, you couldn't have shared both of them at the same time. Oh, you have the same taste, Catch 22? It doesn't know? Poshmark doesn't know? All right, cool. I wonder what's happening now. It's really great, eh? Once you have the Poshmark, the sidekick set up, and oh, like I got 53 notifications. I seem to be getting a lot of like traffic since I set it up, like a lot of sharing and oh, it just what Fair Isle sweater? Nordic pattern? Really? I didn't even know I had one. Oh, that. Oh, it's sending offers for me. It just offered somebody my vintage Fair Isle wool sweater for 50 bucks. That's cool. Oh, and somebody else likes this dress? Huh. Well, so far so good. I'm definitely getting more traffic. Wait a minute. Did I send an offer to this dress? I'm gonna let you know if I get more sales on here. I think oh my gosh, I got two people liking this dress and I just posted it yesterday. It's a metallic sequin mini dress. You sold 23 things last weekend? Yeah, I don't know. I had one sale today and I was happy about that. 23? We yeah, but I don't know. I think it's because the kind of stuff you have in your store. I just get what I have access to. I think you have access to better stuff because you're at those like rummage sales. I basically have like what people have donated to me and what I find in the thrift store, you know. But I'm gonna post some I have some new Sorel Joan of Arctic boots, so we'll see how that goes. I put this up. Look, I'll show you this one. There's my sequin mini dress. It's pretty cute. I'm surprised it like actually got quite a bit of traffic. Oops! Oh my gosh! Oh no! What have I done? I don't want to turn my camera off now. Look, I have a lot of problems. Hold on a second. And put this back on. It's like I can't see anything up close with my glasses. Oh wait, it's loose. Sorry to give you a view up my nose. It's like Anita sets up the camera. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna turn it off by accident now. Hold on. So what do you do, Robin? Do you focus on certain brands? You said there's something for everyone. So does that mean that you tend to just have like a variety of things and of different like sort of price levels? Like you have some cheap stuff in your closet too? Because or do you just focus on like I'm trying to focus more on like not the very expensive designer stuff, but like just right under that, like just above Zara, but like below Gucci, you know? Like rich people clothes, but not super expensive. But I want them to look really good quality, like really high quality materials, high quality prints, stuff that I like. I don't really want a lot of Walmart stuff in there, you know, that kind of thing. So what do you keep in the closet since you're here? It looks really blurry, eh? Does it look blurry to you when I'm on here? Or is it just my image for some reason? You know what people are looking for? I don't know how you know that. I'm trying to figure it out. Well, I think it depends, like it's, some people, they like I watch Tabs, right? She sells a lot of neutrals and a lot of Lululemon, Free People, and some vintage stuff. I find that in my closet, the very colorful things actually do sell. So she's always doing neutrals. But if I look at what actually sold in my closet, I think my clientele is more oriented to a dopamine dressing, which is fine because I like all the colorful stuff. So, I mean, look, I put up. Everybody says they don't pick up Desigual. I pick up a Desigual shirt and it's sold the same day. I pick up a Boden highly printed dress, it's sold within a week. Those were some of my faster sales lately. And the colorful vintage stuff. Oh, I did t-shirt printing and selling. Like back in the 90s. Actually, I have one of the shirts and it's not far. I can show it to you. Where is it? Ah, shit, that's not the good one. Oh, where is it? Oh, I can't find it. I can't find it. I can find the prototype. I'd really love to show you the shirt. Okay, you know the Twix bar? Well, this was the prototype. But this is not at all how it looked in the end, okay? So I took the Twix logo and I turned it into Trip. And it says long lasting, refreshing. But when I had it professionally printed, it had like a nice gold background. It looked just like a Twix wrapper. I still have this one left, and Gunnar wears them sometimes, and he loves the other one, but I don't know where it is right now. So I got involved with these. It was like a couple of guys, I think 3 guys, and I think there was another girl there too, and there's me. And I had this really great idea because I was a big raver, right? So I knew that these, like when they take a popular brand and they remake it into something like that was very, very popular and would sell. So I had a few designs like that, and I proposed this, and they didn't want to do it. And I felt really like it was like a case of nobody wants to listen to the girl. They wanted it to be on like organic, sustainable cotton. And the designs that they made were like with like bees and dolphins and really just not that good. And they were printing them by hand. They were going for this whole like handmade, hand printed, organic. In the end, if people don't like the design, they're not going to buy it. And I was thinking, no, let's do something that you can really mass market. And they wouldn't listen to me at all. We actually got a business loan as a group, and they spent all their money on these dyes and these fancy shirts. They made the shirts by hand, and they couldn't sell them. And then I took my design and I went to a printer. But back then we didn't have computers, so I had to like make the whole design on like a gel sheet for all the different layers of the colors. I had to do it by hand with an X-Acto. I took it to the printer and I was like, print this for me, please. And he did. And I was selling them to the skate shops, like Anikidivo right here. They bought my shirts. They bought a whole bunch of them. I sold a whole bunch of shirts right away. And then I went back to see if they wanted to buy more. And they're like, oh, your partner came in the other day and we just bought them off of him. And I was like, what partner? And there was a guy in Montreal who called himself Zep. He used to draw these, like, he called it the Cowboy Police tags everywhere. And he would sell t-shirts at raves, and he actually ran for mayor once. And it turns out what happened was because I had approached Zep at a rave, and I showed him my design, and I was asking him if he would want to, like, buy some of them off me, and then he could sell them at the raves. And instead of buying them off me, he just ripped off my design, had them mass printed, and flooded all the skate shops with them. And I even had that design copyrighted. But I was like, oh God, what am I going to do? Take him to court now? And he just completely, like, screwed me. I should have sued him, but I didn't really know how to go about it. And then later he apologized to my boyfriend, Chris. He never apologized to me. So I did do that. Are you guys still there? I didn't see any comments. I was like, oh my gosh, I put them to sleep. So that was it. That was my experience making and selling shirts. Oh, you're still there. Okay, good. I did. I had a great idea. The shirts were selling. My business partners wouldn't listen to me at all. They spent all the money. I made my own shirts. And then Zep ripped me off. Yeah. If you look up Zep, you'll probably find out who he was. And then I was just like, I'm done. That was also one of those things where, like, put all this work into it, and then just right when you're starting to, like, see it come to fruition, like, it all just completely poof disappears. You know what? If it was my kid, I would have gotten a lawyer. Like, if I was my dad, I would have, like, gotten a lawyer and taken it to court and made him pay me back. That would have been the right thing to do. But I think that I talked to my dad about it. He was like, well, if he changed the design a little bit, then it would be hard to claim copyright because it's not exactly the same. But anyway, shit happens, right? Hi, lace covered skies. So I've been here for a long time again, which is fine, I guess. I mean, I've been having fun. I hope you're having fun too. You think I'm doing well, Robin? You like the stuff I pick up? Okay, thanks. Well, I'm hoping. It seems like when you share your whole closet, it's like your whole closet shows up for like a few minutes. But with Sidekick, it's like your stuff is always somewhere in the top of some category. So maybe it will help. I found I got a lot of likes on the Free People stuff, but I haven't sold any of it yet. I think I sold a lot of vintage stuff on the whole. Okay, well, I said I was going to come on here on Tuesday. Today's Monday. I can do this because Gunnar doesn't have school tomorrow. The school's on strike, the whole school system. So he actually gets the whole week off school. I just feel so good. I have so much more energy today. It's amazing. I did put it to rainbow. I saw it. You showed me the picture, and I did do that. And yeah, and that's going to fix my problem because it was showing like all my bad listings, and I was like, no. So with rainbow, it looks a lot better. Oh, I don't know what they're striking for. Probably bad work conditions and crappy pay. The story on TikTok of the woman's husband who cheated on her with her mother? No, I'm not on TikTok. I just refused. I was like, I'm done. Why? What's so unusual? I'm sure it's happened before. I mean, it's not nice, you know. Maybe she was really hot, though. It turns out she's like an old toothless bag. Well, what did the mother look like? If she was really hot, it's like, well, you know, who can blame him, right? But it turns out she's like super old and disgusting. It's like, well, that's weird. Oh, really? She wasn't that pretty? No, I didn't see it. I did see something, but it was on Facebook. It was a guy who has one wife and 7 girlfriends. And they all look very similar. I mean, you know, there's not like a lot of variety. Like they're all sort of the same shade, and they're all kind of petite. It's not like he has, you know, a whole like rainbow in his stable and all different sizes, you know, in his harem. So it was kind of weird. It was like he had like these septuplets, you know. I don't even go on TikTok. It's just too much. I think I'm gonna go now and make my son some pancakes. Yeah, he has a type. Yeah, you're right. He has a type, and he just can't get enough of it. He's got 7 of them now. I mean, if they're all happy, though, hey, you know, it's biblical. Sort of, right? How many wives are you allowed to have? 4? Well, he's only got 1 wife and 7 girlfriends, so I can't imagine, though. At least they have each other for company. I hope they all get along. Yeah, I'm so sick and tired of it. Gunner's always like shoving videos in my face, and they're so fast that I'm like, what did I just watch? I don't even know what happened in the video. Like my brain can't even keep up with it. No, polygamy is not legal. Except maybe in Utah. I don't know. Or just keep it on the down low. But you know those polygamists where these guys have money though, because they'll have like 3 wives, and each one has a house, and they'll have like a compound. And he'll spend one night with this one night with that one night with that one. But they have all these kids and all these houses, and he has to provide for them all. So I don't know, that's kind of impressive. Shared cooking and cleaning. Yeah, but then they have 3 houses to clean, so it's a lot. Yeah, I feel the same way too. You know, the Jews have a thing like that too. Because, like, when the woman's on her period, she can't have relations with her husband. And I'm not sure if it's 1 week or 2 weeks, but I think it's like a 2 week period where she's not even allowed to touch him. And then she has to go in the mikvah and do the whole ritual, and then they're together for 2 weeks. So apparently a lot of these Orthodox Jewish men have mistresses, and they keep them somewhere in another house. And so that when the wife is like on her time where he can't see her, he'll go and see the mistress. As long as everyone's happy. And some live in the same house. Well, yeah, I'm half Jewish. I mean, we were raised Jewish, but my father was like an atheist, and my mother was agnostic. She used to be a Christian when she was younger. She went back to her Christianity when she got older after he died. So, I mean, did we practice Judaism? Yeah, we did like Shabbat, but we just did the dinner. We didn't turn lights off or anything. We did the holidays, but just sort of like the way people do Christmas, you know? It's not like super religious. My brother had a bar mitzvah. I didn't get a bar mitzvah. They thought it wasn't important because I was only a girl, you know? So we weren't really that Jewish because they never really accepted my mother because she was a convert and she was a German. So we never really were in the Jewish community. But we were raised with some things that are Jewish. Like we didn't do North American holidays. I'm not sure if that's because my parents were European or because we were raised Jewish, but we didn't do any of that stuff. The whole like, well, we didn't have family gatherings. We didn't even have parties for like Easter or whatever. If we did Halloween, it was like our own business to go and do it, you know? There was no. I mean, yeah, we did. Like I lived in an apartment building and there were no kids. There was like 2 kids actually, other than me and my brother. And for Halloween, we would put some little homemade costume and we would just go to a few doors in the building. But it wasn't like a lot of kids where they're like running around the neighborhood at night, you know. And people weren't really ready for it, and everyone was Jewish in the building basically too. And we'd show up and they might have something for us, but it was like they weren't expecting trick-or-treaters because there was only 4 kids in the whole building. So yeah, we didn't really celebrate with squirrel again. um what ethnicity or religious background does Anita hit? Well, she's uh I don't know. I don't think she's very spiritual. Oh, I don't like to think about Israel and that whole thing. I don't know, man. It's just a bad trip right now. She's Russian. Anita's Russian? No, I wasn't Jewish enough. Yeah, and I have Jewish girlfriends. now, and there's always that, when I'm introduced to someone and they're like, "Oh, you're Jewish," I'm like, "Yeah," and then at some, I don't know, like there's always this joke, "Well, yeah, but she's not Jewish enough," you know. Like I have this one friend, she's half black, like her dad is from Africa and her mother's Jewish, but she's Jewish enough because her mother's Jewish. But in my case, because my dad's Jewish, I'm not Jewish enough, you know, because I'm half German, but on the wrong side. So it's like, as long as your mother's Jewish, it's fine. Are there a lot of Jewish people in Montreal? Oh my God, yeah. Like in my brother's neighborhood. Well, and like right around Park Avenue and stuff. Yeah, tons. And they're like Hasidic. And they wear the gear and everything. But that's got nothing to do with me. I was never involved with any Hasidic people. I'm sure they would look down on me too. But whatever. We were talking about TikTok. Well, sort of. Then yeah, I know, it's because that's the thing with the chat. Like people bring things up and it sends me off in all different directions. I mean, I do like talking to you guys. Well, I think that Anita, if you asked her about her religion, she'd say, I'm a Hindu, but then I got baptized just to get my bases covered. Although you can still be Christian and be a Hindu because you can have as many gods as you want. Yeah. Well, it certainly is fun talking to you guys. I love how you bring up all these different things. I'm glad you're here, Kukum. Hi, mermaid. But I should probably go and make use of this energy I have today. I have to go clean up the kitchen and stuff. I don't know, maybe I'll come back tomorrow, maybe not. I'm not sure. Because I always say I'll come on here on Tuesdays. I think that what I'm gonna do for Vlogmas though, like I said, is I'll do this every day. And then you guys will be so sick of me at the end. Instead of like increasing my subscriber count, they're all gonna unsubscribe. Be like, no more, I can't take it anymore. No more of this talking. Okay, it's been fun, you guys. And thanks again for yesterday. Today's a better day. So there, it does get better. Let's hope tomorrow's a good day too. And for you as well. Okay, God bless. Have a good night, guys. Bye.